What's going on, brother? I want to waste no time. I want to welcome you to the high level style blueprint. One thing guys got to keep in mind is that when it comes to making an attractive online presence, our style plays a huge role in that. Remember, we are the product and our style enhances the product, which is ourselves. Of course, fitness comes first. And to be honest, if you don't have a fit body, you don't have a good canvas, then it doesn't matter how good the painting is. So we have to have the right canvas, but this is going to help elevate our look even more. So within this edition, we're going to focus on casual clothing. So the unique thing about casual clothes is that you can literally wear it anywhere. You can wear it out to dinner, you can wear it on a date, you can wear it when you're just going about the town, doing whatever errands, it doesn't matter. And here's what you're going to learn in this specifically is that you're going to learn how to dress high class in any environment, how to signal high status with high sex appeal, some color theory and also some color combinations, outfit examples, and best places to actually get them, because I do think instinctively we all know what looks good, but the hardest part is like knowing where to get the right clothes. And I'm gonna show you exactly the best places that I found if you stick with me through this. And then of course, without a doubt, you're gonna look better than 99% of men anywhere. Just look at some of these examples in which we're seeing right here. This is a clear example of nice casual style. Now, before we get into that, let me tell you who this is not for. Up first, the streetwear enthusiast. So if you're a guy like this guy right here, you like streetwear clothes, that's more of your style, this is not for you. And also anyone who's under 22 years old. I find that this demographic tends to dress in a younger, hippier, trendy sort of fashion. I'm showing you timeless sort of style that's going to be in style 10 years from now. It was in style 10 years ago, and it will always be in style. We are not chasing trends here. So the oversized clothing, the baggy clothing, that's something that I'm not going to reference within this video, though you could use the same garment and outfit pieces, just have them more oversized if that is more of your style. And also, this is not for you if you enjoy wearing other men on your body. Like athletes, celebrities, all that stuff, graphics, we're not doing that here. Now, please keep in mind that style is an art form. Here, we're going to aim to understand the basics. So once you understand the basics, you can kind of create a more unique style. You can find what sort of works best for you, and you can create that art in any way that you enjoy. However, here, we're going to understand the basics. So first thing, let's get into some color theory. And truth is, we want to stick with neutrals and earth tones. And the crazy part about color theory is that each one sort of represents subconsciously a sort of statement or presence depending on how you wear it. So for example, navy blue, this one is more masculine and elegant and conveys trust and status. Charcoal is more sleek and mysterious and is a little dominant. Now, my personal favorite, black, powerful and minimalist, evokes sophistication, and also it slims out the body. So I'm a big fan of black on black, just triple black, black everything. Some cases I gotta tell myself to wear different colors and try out different things, but black is like just so good. Also olive, this one looks like really, really high class, has that bit of forest sort of vibe to it. It's more rugged, it's more masculine. Burgundy and any shade of red really just exudes a lot of confidence, passion, and love. But burgundy, I think, is a little bit more classier than just a red color. And then camel, sophisticated and luxurious, quietly rich. So as we see right here, I'm wearing a camel top and black bottoms in a nice high class environment. And this is why this picture has done so well for me. This picture ended up getting 60,000 likes on social media, amazing results on online dating. And funny enough is one of my clients who took this, we did a meetup in Miami, and he was like, oh, I'm gonna take a picture of you. And I was like, okay, just go for it. Now it's just literally on my phone and it came out so well, so natural. But look, the outfit and the body really played a part into this. So moving forward, let's keep in mind some of our colors here whenever we actually go and select and combine different outfits. Now, as with anything, we're going to have some rules that we need to follow. And so up first, I want you to stick to neutrals, as I said before. Gray, black, white. One thing I didn't mention here is cream or white. I think that's a really classic color too. As we see this guy right here, he's wearing a cream top. But the point is, we're going to stick to neutrals. And the reason is because if you buy neutrals, you can mix and match with almost anything else that is neutral. So black obviously goes with burgundy. Camel can go with gray. Navy can go with green. So you can always mix and match. Now, when it comes to actually picking the outfit and constructing something, you always want to stick to 2 or 1 colors per outfit. I think 1 color outfit like this looks very classy, very put together. You can even buy these in sets sometimes, but at the most 2 colors. So as we see, guy right here, cream top, black bottom, camel top, black bottom. Even with the shoes, right? If we notice, brown shoes, brown loafers, green top. These are still 2 colors. White shoes, white top, black bottom. And he's actually doing something here called the sandwich technique, in which you match the bottom and the top, and then you fill in the middle layer with some sort of color. Also, be sure to match your socks with your shoes. I actually made this mistake recently when I was filming videos, and I just rushed and put something on, and I wasn't really thinking about what I was wearing. And now the comments on every single video are talking about how I'm not matching my socks with my shoes. So if you're wearing white shoes, just go with white socks. If you're wearing black shoes, black socks. And in some cases, you can wear no socks or even no shows if the right shoe calls for it. And then if you're wearing a belt, always be sure to match your shoes with your belt, an exception with white shoes. Do not get a white belt, guys. Trust me. It's not going to look good. But I've found that there's been a trend, and it actually is a solid trend, and it looks really good, as if you wear no belts. Because when you wear no belt, that means that your clothes fit and that they're tailored. And I think it creates a more cohesive sort of silhouette and outfit whenever there's no belt on the belt loop. So do with that information as you will. Regardless, I do think you should have a black and a brown belt. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can just keep it very, very simple and classy. Now let's talk about another rule, and I call it formality congruence. So what you do want to do is have a casual top or a semi-formal bottom. So you can do that, go up in formality with the trouser. So for example here, this is like a casual top, but I'm wearing like dress pants and trousers. That's fine. Even a casual top and a casual bottom. So a casual bottom for this might be like black jeans or dark wash jeans or any sort of jean or linen pant. That is still fine because I have formality congruence. However, what you don't want to do is a casual top and a low effort bottom. So imagine if I wore this with like sweatpants or some like shorts that look too formal, or wearing athletic clothes with this. Like, it just literally wouldn't make sense, and it doesn't look put together. So always remember formality congruence. Now let's talk about like sort of the best sort of tops and things you can get regarding tops, bottoms, and shoes, and also their leverages attached with them. So when it comes to tops, the first thing you need to get is fitted t-shirts. This is somebody ideally who is in the 12 to max 16% body fat percentage. I'm assuming that you do work out, you go to the gym. So if you have a physique, this is really going to show off the arms. I'm not sure if you can see me right now, but I'm literally wearing a fitted shirt. And these are some of my favorites because it's casual. I can dress it up by tucking it in some trousers or wearing some jeans. Like, it just always looks good. Up next, we got the Henley. The Henley is more so going to show off the shoulder. And if you don't know what a Henley is, think of it like a t-shirt, but with sleeves, but also it has like 3 buttons at the top. These are more of a casual shirt, and they can be dressed up if you pick the right one. I do not recommend getting Henleys that are like the waffle texture. I think those, from a formality context, kind of go down a little bit, but you want to get a Henley that has more of a t-shirt texture, or it has like some sort of cotton blend. Up next, we have polos. So the polos is very similar to a fitted t-shirt, except for it just has a collar. It's as simple as that. And these are really going to show off the arms and also the chest, because not only will the sleeve likely will be fitted, but also you can button it down a little bit, show off a little bit sex appeal by showing the upper chest. And then my favorite, which is zip polos. So instead of buttons, now we just have a zipper. I think these look really, really good, especially if the zipper is like a gold or a silver. It can almost work as jewelry in itself. And then when it comes to button downs, we want to avoid the semi-formal looking button down and instead go for more of a casual button down. And that's going to show off purely just more of the chest. I find that button downs really don't show off the arms too much unless you buy something really fitted. But like, button downs that are really fitted tend to be very, very uncomfortable. So it's mostly going to be a part of the chest. Let me see if I can find an example here. So this would be an example of like a casual button down right here, even right here. Very casual sort of button downs. Don't have a strong formality to it. And this outfit, if we look into it, this top itself is like a zip polo sweater. So it has a collar, a zipper. I thought those were buttons at first, but that's a zipper, and it's casual. Now let's talk about bottoms. So you want straight leg jeans that are dark wash blue or black. Black jeans are by far my absolute favorite. They go with any outfit. If you get a black enough jean for like a jet black, it can almost look like a dress pant because you really can't see the texture of it. So always aim for straight leg, no skinny. You could do tapered depending on your leg size, but for the most part, straight leg jeans are going to be the best. Now, next we have chinos. So chinos is essentially just a cotton pant or a short. These are the most casual yet nice things you can get. So this would be an example of nice chinos right here. These are white, and this guy, he really puts a lot of prep into it. As we see, his chinos are actually tailored. So they taper at the ankle really well, and they're fitted towards his leg. Even these right here, they're more tailored and they're fitted chino looking pants, and these are chino shorts. So they always look good, especially if they're wrinkle free, nice, and they can pretty much go with anything. And they're a little bit more dressier than just jeans themselves. And then up next, of course, we have the dress pants or the trousers, as we see right here. Trousers are going to be a very universal sort of piece that you can dress up and wear a nice button down with and tuck it in, or you can dress it down a bit. They have many use cases, but regardless, every guy should have black trousers or black dress pants alongside with a charcoal or a gray dress pant. Those are going to be the non-negotiables there. And then linen pants. So this is not a cotton pant, unlike the chinos. It's made of linen. So it's a lighter sort of texture. It's more flowy. And these are really good during the summer, or if you live in hotter environments like myself. I live in Florida, so linen pants, I just got some and I absolutely love them. I recommend that you get them in white. Now, when it comes to shoes, what we don't want is wearing like the Jordan 1s or the athletic shoes or any sort of shoe like that. If you notice that all these shoes are basically like casual loafer style. So when it comes to that, we want to focus on white leather shoes, and I'm going to tell you the best places where you can get this soon. But white leather could be Air Force One. However, I think Air Force One is a little too athletic and a little too casual. I recommend you get something that is just a pure white leather shoe. Also, boots. This could be a Chelsea boot. Not my favorite type of boot, but it could be a Chelsea boot. But I really like the lace-up boots. And once again, I'm going to show you where you can get those. And then also the casual loafer, as we see in pretty much all these examples. These are more examples like just casual loafers that people are wearing. All right, now that we know the selection of tops, bottoms, and shoes, what colors to get, the rules in which we need to follow, where can you actually get these clothes? All right, so I'm going to divide it in a few sections here. So up first, we have online. Online, I've gotten most of my best fitting stuff from Icon Amsterdam, Amazon, ASOS, and Tailored Athlete. So Icon has a lot of the casual fits. So as we see here, they got a lot of casual button downs. Let's look at the trousers. You know, they got the linen pants in which I talked about. They got the dress pants, the 24/7. This is like a dress pant made a little bit more casually. They got the dressier ones. Like there's so many options here. Icon is just like a solid option. Now, when it comes to Amazon, perhaps my favorite brand is this brand called Koof Candy right here. They have a lot of affordable options. I would say the quality isn't like the absolute best. You really have to take care of the clothes because they will shrink or they will fade if you don't wash it the right way or if you dry it on too high heat. But they do have a lot of good options here, especially if you're on a budget. Now, ASOS and Tailored Athlete, ASOS just has so many options. I think their quality is a lot better than Amazon brands you can find. And Tailored Athlete is very similar to Icon, except for they have like just a fewer selection and their clothes are a little bit more fitted. Now, you might be wondering about Father Sons. Like I'm wearing a Father Sons t-shirt right here. And Father Sons is definitely quality, except for they tend to be more on the semi-formal side. And also they are very, very expensive and pricey for what you get, in my opinion. If you're not a super jacked bodybuilder, then I do believe you can find better options outside of just Father Sons. Now, when it comes to retail, we get the classic favorite here, Zara. Always go in Zara, check out to see what they have because they likely have all these options in which we're talking about. Abercrombie too has been very, very nice. So if you're in the United States, go to Abercrombie and Fitch. Check out their selection within your mall, and they usually have really, really good options. Uniqlo is a Japanese brand, I believe, or Asian brand of some sorts, but they have like really quality, just basics. And I'll say all these brands right here are kind of in the middle tier price range, with Express being a little bit more pricier. And they tend to lean more semi-formal, like Father Sons also. But sometimes I do find really nice casual button-downs and sweaters at Express. And then for shoes, I really, really love Thursday boots. So as you see here, they have plenty of options. My favorite is the black Captain, the matte black. These look so good. And they're really not that expensive compared to the quality you get. But they have plenty of options to choose from in terms of different boot styles that may be more of your vibe. They even have sneakers. Let's check this out. So these are the white style sneakers that I was talking about. Just very simple. You can dress them up, you can dress them down casually. Every guy needs a solid pair of just white sneakers. Now, when it comes to retail stores, definitely check out Aldo's in your local mall when it comes to shoes. They're like a Thursday boots, but like in a retail format. They have all kinds of shoes. Some of my favorite shoes I've ever gotten came from Aldo's. They got a wide selection from sandals to casual shoes, even to more semi-formal shoes. So Aldo's is a solid choice. Now let's look at some more examples we see here. This guy, for example, he's wearing a nice fitted t-shirt, gray trousers, and the white casual shoe that I talked about. Very, very solid combo outfit, and it just works together because he's following the rules, right? It fits, and he's wearing neutral colors. And I discussed about this outfit before too, just a classic sort of fit with the casual day loafers, white pants, and then also the casual sweater. That would be more for like a fall time frame. Now I want to give you some pro tips here, and this really helped me level up my style, is to first get a full body mirror. And so anytime you put on an outfit, you need to visualize and see how it looks and how it's put together. A lot of guys really just don't look at their outfits as a whole, so they really don't know how things are being put together, and then you wonder why you really just don't look the best way. So I recommend that you get a full body mirror so that you can always see how you're looking like. And then especially when it comes on to retail, and you can't do this with online obviously, but be sure to try on your clothes. And you want to try on your clothes in every context, before you buy them and before you wear them. There's been a lot of clothes in which I thought would look great on me. On the rack, it looked nice. On the mannequin, it looked nice. But when I tried it on, it just didn't fit right. It didn't look right. And this is mostly bottoms for me. I make sure that I always try on bottoms. And that's why I really don't buy a lot of bottoms online, just because it's too risky for me. And a lot of times I bought stuff and it just doesn't fit that well, or I have to get it tailored, which you could do too. But just always be sure to try on your clothes whenever possible. Now, I'm going to be real with you. None of this matters if you're fat, because fit equals everything. Not only you being fit, but also the way the clothes fit you. And if you're just a fat guy, a wide waist, like no matter what you wear, unless it's maybe a suit, you're not going to look the greatest in. But we're talking about casual clothes here. Also, if you don't know how to style the clothes, and so wearing the clothes and styling the clothes are two separate things. He could have worn this outfit, but he styled it by tucking in his shirt, by, wearing the right shoes, wearing the right accessories to sort of insinuate the outfit. So buying clothes isn't enough. You have to style it. And this is more so where the art form comes into play. And then also let me mention that if you don't have an online presence, then this is pretty much useless. Sure, you can go out in public and, get some looks and, look better and feel more confident. But the real goal here is to create an amazing outfit and then use that for our dating app profiles and our Instagram so that we have leverage, so that we position ourselves in the top 1% of the 1% of men. And that's exactly what we do at Digital Romeo. We help construct your outfits, help find your style. And then from there, we help create that online presence by sourcing the photographer, by doing everything we need to do. That way, you learn how to not only look more attractive, but you know how to present it in the absolute best way that's actually going to get you more results online. help build your personal brand, help attract more women, because you'll be surprised how much women actually care about a man's style. All right. So if you do want us to personally help you with this, not only with your style, but pretty much everything when it comes to online, I'm going to leave a link down below this video for you to book a call and see how we can personally help you. I hope you found this very, very useful. I'm going to see you guys in the next one.